Hey guys, I'm really excited because today I'm going to be doing an all my dolls video and my collection has changed since last year quite a lot, so I can't wait to show you guys my updated collection. And I'm going to do a little bit of a twist to this all my dolls video because I don't want to make it simple, I want to make it really fun for you guys. So I will be doing 2 truths and 1 lie with each doll, and then you pause the video, you write down what the lie is, and then I'll tell you the answer. I think it'll be a fun way for you guys to play a fun game while learning about my collection. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. So the first doll that I was able to get was Maxwell, and she's the Girl of the Year of 2009, and I got her in 2009. So now it's time for the 2 truths and 1 lie. I got her for Christmas. My mom said that it would be my first and last doll because she said that I would grow out of them. And lastly, the reason why I got her was because of her story and the bullying. And now it's time for the answers. So the first truth is I did get her because of her story, because of how she stands up to bullies, and I absolutely love that. The second truth is my mom said that I would grow out of dolls, so that's why she hesitated to buy me one or let me buy myself one, because she thought I'd grow out of them after I got my first one, which is obviously not true. And the lie is actually I got her on my birthday rather than during Christmas time. The second doll that I got was Jade, and she's a My American Girl doll, and I got her the Christmas of 2009. And now it's time for the 2 truths and 1 lie. I got her in the LA American Girl place. I got her with another doll, so another American Girl doll at the same time. And lastly, I had her picked out before I went to the store. And now it's time for the answers. So yes, it is true, I had her picked out before I went to the store. I knew I was going to get her, and I loved her so much in the catalogs and on the website. I had to get her real life. And the second truth is I did get her with another doll. I got her with Nikki, or Charlie as you know her now. But the lie is I actually got her from the New York store, not the LA store. This is my next doll, and she is Charlie Prim, and she is my 3rd doll. And now it's time for the 2 truths and 1 lie. She used to be number 24. I customized her myself, and she has McKenna's eyes. And now it's time for the answers. She does have McKenna's eyes, and yes, she used to be number 24, but I did not customize herself. I did customize a few dolls, but they're really hard, and this was right from the start, and I could not customize dolls back then, so I had to send it to someone to customize her for me. My 4th doll is Lainey Holland, and she is the Girl of the Year 2010. So now it's time for the 2 truths and 1 lie. When I got her, her legs were super loose. She is one of my favorite dolls, and I got her on January 1st, the first day she came out. And now it's time for the answers. So one of the truths is that her legs are super loose, and she should be a gymnast because her legs are crazy loose, and it's really hard to get her to stand up for photo shoots. The second truth is that she is one of my favorite dolls. I love her so much. I love her story, and she is just a really pretty doll. But the lie is I did not get her on January 1st. I actually went to the store in January 1st in New York, but I just got in 2 dolls, and also I wasn't ready to get her yet. And the minute I left the store, I wanted her so badly, so I actually had to order her online. And now my next doll is Mia St. Clair, and she is the Girl of the Year 2008. And now it's time to say the 2 truths and 1 lie. She was the first doll that I ever saw from American Girl. I don't like any of her stories, and I got her the same time as Lainey. And now it's time for the answers. Yes, she was the first doll that I ever saw from American Girl. I fell in love with her the minute I saw her, and it was back in 2007 when she was released on the Oprah Winfrey Show, and I loved her the minute I saw her. The second truth is I did get her the same time as Lainey, and I got them both at the same time, and I opened up one after the other, and I love them both so much. And the lie is that I love her stories. I don't hate her stories. I love them so much, and they're definitely one of my favorites. My next doll is Rupert, and now it's time for 2 truths and 1 lie. Rupert was actually doll number 33. Rupert is missing half an eyebrow, And lastly, Rupert was named after the character in Harry Potter. So the first truth is Rupert is actually missing half an eyebrow. It's good that he has bangs because I was doing a music video once and he fell over and all of this green got onto his face, so I used a magic eraser to wipe the green stain off. The green stain came off, but so did half of his eyebrow. So that's the story of that. And my second truth is, yes, I did name him after the character in Harry Potter. But the lie is, Rupert was actually an Emily doll, not doll number 33. My next doll is McKenna, and she is a Girl of the Year doll. So now it's time for the 2 truths and 1 lie. I love her wig. I love her story. And lastly, I don't have her entire collection. And the answers are, I love her wig. That's why I put her on Charlie. And I just love her wig so much. It just works so well with so many different hairstyles and it's so much fun. Another truth is I also love her story. She has a great story and I just love her so much. But the lie is I actually do have her entire collection, which is crazy, and she's definitely one of my favorite doll collections for the Girl of the Year dolls. My next doll is Nellie, and she is a retired historical doll. So now it's time for the 2 truths and 1 lie. I got her purposefully, so I was meant to get her intentionally. When I got Nellie, they sent me the wrong doll. And lastly, I love her hair and her eye color together. And now it's time for the answers. So the first truth is, yes, I do love her hair and eye color. They both work so well together and they're both really, really nice colors. The second truth is, I did get sent the wrong doll because I bought her off of eBay and the seller sent me Samantha instead of Nellie. And the seller said, send Samantha back and I will give you Nellie. I said, don't worry about it and I will buy Samantha too since she was so pretty, but I don't have that Samantha now. And the lie is I was not supposed to get Nellie intentionally. I got her accidentally. I had the bid button ready, but I wasn't actually going to bid on her. But I accidentally clicked on it and I placed a bid on Nellie and I was not supposed to. I was hoping someone would outbid me, but unfortunately they did not and I won her, so I guess it was fate and I was supposed to get Nellie. That's how I look at it at least. My next doll is Poppy, and I think she's my most well-known doll, and she is number 56. And now it's time for the 2 truths and 1 lie. She's the most spoiled of the family, and she is definitely bossy and wants to be a princess. Her favorite color is pink, and I got her from the Washington, D.C. store. The first truth is, yes, of course, her favorite color is pink. And the second truth is, yes, she's the youngest of the family and definitely the most spoiled and wants to be a princess. But the lie is, I actually got her from the Los Angeles store and not the Washington, D.C. store. The doll that I did get from the D.C. store was number 55, which is Daisy Alice. My next doll is Emma Rose, and she is number 53, so now I'll be saying the 2 truths and 1 lie. She has a lot of defaults with her wig. Her nickname is Nora at home. I got her from an AG store. And the answers are, yes, her nickname is Nora at home. I always call her Nora. I have no idea why. I just started calling her Nora one day, and ever since then, I call her Nora. And I always catch myself out whenever I'm doing these kind of videos by calling her Nora. And I think one of the reasons is because she looks a lot like Nora from Cheaper by the Dozen, and I absolutely love that movie. It's so cute. And the second truth is, yes, I did get her from an AG store, and the lie is she does not have any defects with her wig. I love her wig, and her hair is so soft and perfect for hairstyles. My next doll is Luna Willow, and now it's time for the 2 truths and 1 lie. She is a My American Girl doll. I named her after someone in the Harry Potter books, and lastly, she is Elsa in the family. And now it's time for the answers. So first off, yes, I did name her after a character in Harry Potter. I named her after Luna Lovegood. That's why her name is Luna. And the second truth is, yes, she is Elsa in the family. And I love Frozen, so that's why I had to make her into Elsa. And also, I made Luna before Frozen came out, which is so awesome and a huge coincidence. But my lie is she is a custom doll. She's not actually a My American Girl doll. My next doll is Tori, and now it's time for the 2 truths and 1 lie. She is a custom doll. She does not have a middle name. And lastly, she is the Anna of the family. And now it's time for the answers. Yes, she is a custom doll, and also she is the Anna of the family from Frozen. But the lie is she does have a middle name. Her middle name is Violet. My next doll is Pandora, who is Sage, one of the Girl of the Years. And now it's time for the 2 truths and 1 lie. I had 2 Sages, I have the hot air balloon, and lastly, I love her freckles. So now it's time for the answers. I love her freckles, they're so pretty, and I definitely think it's a great feature on her. And my second truth is, yes, I did have 2 Sages, that's why I named this one Pandora. And lastly, my lie is I do not have the hot air balloon. That is a crazy accessory, and I would not be able to store it anywhere. My next doll is Molly, and she is a retired historical doll. And now it's time for the 2 truths and 1 lie. Her hair is in her original braids that she came in. I got her because she was retiring. And lastly, I got her from the AG Place LA. So the truths are, yes, I did get her from the AG Place LA, and yes, I did get her when I found out that she was retiring because I had always wanted her and I wanted to get her before she went out of stock. But the lie is I have taken her hair out, but her braids are really easy to put back in. And if you have a Molly and you have her braids still inside, I recommend taking it out because it's really easy to put back in. My next doll is Penny, and now it's time for the 2 truths and 1 lie. She is a custom doll, she does not have a middle name, and I created her because I wanted Krista to have a look-alike sister. And now it's time for the answers. Yes, she is a custom doll and she does not have a middle name, so the lie is I did not intend to create Penny for a look-alike for Krista. I just wanted to have a doll with long brown hair and blue eyes. My next doll is Sonali, and she is the Girl of the Year best friend of Krista from 2009. So now it's time to say the 2 truths and 1 lie. I love her hair, and it's really easy to do hairstyles with her hair. I got her off of eBay, and when I went to the American Girl place, I was not allowed to get her, even though I wanted her. So now it's time to say the truths and the lie. So firstly, I love doing hairstyles on her hair. It's so much fun, and it's really fun to do awesome hairstyles. I did get her off of eBay, and the lie is I did not actually want her when I went to the American Girl place. I was not interested in getting her. I wanted to get Jade and another mag doll, but after a couple of years later, I loved her so much, so I had to grab her off of eBay. So my next doll is Isabelle, and she is a Girl of the Year doll, and now it's time for the 2 truths and 1 lie. I love her pet kitten Tutu. I loved her collection, and lastly, she's really easy to photograph. And now it's time to say the answers. So I loved her pet kitten Tutu. It was so fluffy and cute and very adorable. And also I loved her collection. I loved the diversity, and I loved how it came with small pieces so everyone could buy her collection. And lastly, the lie is she is really hard to photograph. She is not easy to photograph at all. My next doll is Ginger, and she is number 61. So now it's time to say the 2 truths and 1 lie. I love her eye color. I also love her hair color. And lastly, I love her hair. So firstly, I love her eye color. They're such pretty eyes. And I also love her hair color. The combination works really well together. But the lie is I don't like her hair. Her hair is really wispy and she has a lot of flyaways. My next doll is Penelope. So now it's time to say 2 truths and 1 lie. So she is a Samantha doll. She is a Be Forever doll. And lastly, this is my first Samantha doll. So now it's time to say the answers. So she is a Be Forever doll and she is a Samantha doll, but the lie is that she is not my first Samantha because I explained before that I had another Samantha. I think that is my 3rd Samantha. Don't ask. Too many Samanthas, but I love her a lot. My next doll is Kanani, and she is a Girl of the Year doll. So now it's time for the 2 truths and 1 lie. I don't have her entire collection. I love her dog Barksy, and I have never brushed her hair. And now it's time to say the truth and the lie. Yes, I have never brushed her hair because her hair gets really dry when you brush it, so I have not brushed Kanani's hair, this doll at least. And I love her dog Barksy. It's definitely really adorable. And the lie is that I do have her entire collection, and I have done a video on her entire collection along with a room that I made for Kanani with her collection inside of it. My next doll is Addie, so now it's time to say 2 truths and 1 lie. She has feather eyebrows, she is a historical doll, and lastly, I have always wanted her. So now it's time to say the truths and the lies. I have always wanted her. She is such a pretty doll, and I definitely do recommend her. I just love everything about Addie. She does have feathered eyebrows because she is a Be Forever doll, which leads me to my lie. She is not a historical doll, she is a Be Forever doll. My next doll is Fern, and she is number 21, so now it's time to say the 2 truths and 1 lie. I've never taken her hair out of her meat hairstyle. The reason why I got her was because I love her lined eyebrows. And lastly, there's only 6 Mag 21 dolls left at the store when I went to go and get her. So now it's time to say the truths and the lies. Yes, it is true there was only 6 number 21 dolls left when I went to the store back in December. I'm pretty sure they must have restocked by now, but it was crazy how there was only 6 left in the New York store. And also, her hair has never been taken out of her meat hairstyle, but the lie is I do not really like lined eyebrow dolls. I like it on some dolls, but I don't really like it in general. I liked feather eyebrows better. And my last doll and my most recent doll is Matilda Grace, the most recent Girl of the Year doll. So now it's time to say the 2 truths and the 1 lie. I've never taken her hair out of her braid. This is my only doll with side bangs. And lastly, I love her collection. So of course I love her collection. It is absolutely amazing and it is perfect. It is a little bit too pricey, but I love it so much. I have never taken her hair out of her braid, and the lie is that I have a doll with side bangs, and that is Lainey. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope this was a fun way to introduce you guys to my collection.